still going to be the case because it is Matu on the Razor, Amar on the Slardar.
But it does slow a lot now.
How do you approach this lane then? How do you make this so you're not, you know, being totally zoned out or feeding?
I think maybe it was SVG that had mentioned it. The wave cutting is definitely the play. Like anytime you're in one of these like really unfavorable lanes, it's like 60-30, you just cut wave. And in the off lane, you can always get away with that, so why not?
Matu, look down here, BZM. Yoragi will start off the game with the first blood.
Not even trying.
Wait, did Yoragi start a Presence of the Dark Lord on that? So
the skill cap has definitely evolved to be much higher, though, as we get further and further here.
there it is. Yeah, I mean, it's like...
Yeah, might as well. Might as well.
It's such a lead, can just absolutely dumpster in terms of CS. Like, you just can't enter the lane against him. But Zai is honestly just playing this really well. Like, his little mechanics with, like, pulling creeps away, like, you can see him doing that with the hard camp, you know, getting last hits with his Empower. Like, Zai is just a really good instinct player in general, but also, like, when it comes to lane.
I also think this is a very good hero for him on top of everything else. We do see the rotation from the Razor. Go for the RP coming out from Zai. Let's steal all the damage as possible. Yagi trying to run away. He's not going to be able to do it. He will fall. So will Misha on the back line. So a good rotation here. But I would say that, you know, OG in the past, they always were very flexible with the way that they move their players. So it wasn't necessarily, you know, always the mid player who's going to be moving. It's not always going to be Koifa. It was, you know, sometimes it was Mickey, sometimes it was Boxy. Sometimes it looks like Zai's taking a lot of damage here and needs to get himself underneath that tower. Yagi starts pulling off. He's going to turn back around, give a couple clicks off to Mickey. BZM joining in, has the silence up. They need to have some sort of way to hold him in place, though. I'm not sure they possess it at this time, as more people joining into the fray here. Misha getting clicked around. Boxy dropping the swarm over onto Amar. Needs to be careful, staying very, very low. So has to get that bug off as fast as possible. Looks like BZM will assist with that. Gonna just go away, but they still manage to get the car onto Amar. Misha clicking away on Zai. Tyga's here, though. They're gonna try to make some moves over onto Zai, but they need to be careful they don't go too far. Another orb getting tossed out. Boxy looking for this opening. The Remnant forward. They'll find the kill on BZM. Liquid this time bringing all the aggression to the door of OG. They're not done. They want Misha. Can they get him? Yes, they can.
Yeah, he's not a stranger to fourth position either. It's like on previous Liquid, he would frequently play fourth position, sometimes swapping in and out with Taiga.
Getting so excited that the entire webcam shakes here, but Misha is going to get left behind.
Like OG naturally are going to have a bit of a map advantage. He can always be bot and then also like show up towards top.
I'm trying right now, and I'm lagging.
They're really protecting this top tower quite well. Had a couple skirmishes coming out here from the side of OG. They've just not been successful as Liquid. You can tell they really want to crap
the OG does, yeah.
They're just struggling.
Yeah. That rotation from Yoragi was one of those like on the cusp of, if you go at like 6 minutes, there's almost no way to defend a tier 1 tower. And so he dies, and then he goes up there and he's like, well, okay, I can't go back bot because it's unsafe now, so I'm just going to go top and get the tower. But it's getting to the period where like, you now need to make a move for that tower.
Right.
So it was in that weird like interim period where, because it's Slardar, you're like, oh, surely that must be Boxy.
Oh yeah, oh my god, my brain. My
like,
brain.
I see Slardar and I think immediately like Boxy.
Yeah.
Not even trying.
But you know, yeah, Mar's been chilling top and he is close to his Blink Dagger, so I think that's probably what they're gonna wait for. They also have Ravage on Misha, who probably his timing is to get a pair of boots, so he can actually get in there, and he's the one that's gonna be getting buffed up by this. So him having a good game is really good for Liquid.
Mickey just walking into the smoke gank immediately is leashed up. Does have Boxy nearby. Does have Insania though, who's going to be able to go throughout the shallow grave. Keep him alive a little longer. In fact, Mickey thinking about going back, and that's like this. It's a considerable amount of damage.
Yeah, they're
on the side of Liquid. They're not afraid. They have plenty of negative armor. It's pretty hard for them to make these moves. In fact, look at this Boxy. He's gonna go poke a little at Misha. Again, they have that medallion, and this is some of their big team fight here. If they lose Misha, it's just, yeah, look at that. Just a casual little click coming out from Matu.
My boy still has no boots. I mean, this is how support Tidehunter can feel if the lane doesn't go particularly well, where you're kind of just a Ravage, but Liquid hasn't given them the opportunity to use the Ravage in a way that wouldn't just be terrible.
Yeah, if he went, we lose Taiga there, but
we're in just farm mode. Like we're never fighting them. We're not going to get this top tower. We'll just split push them entirely.
Maybe next time. Amar, though, does get spotted out by Insania. He walks right into them. Look for the Ravage. Oh, look at the button pushing, though. They get the save off. Last second, Amar will fall. Mickey, is he going to make it out alive thanks to his support? It looks like he is. Down 4 here from BZM. Going to try to punish this, though. He stayed a little bit too long, Mickey. All of Insania's hopes and dreams were not, as now he's going to get clipped down by BZM. Zai also forced to run away. Can they finish him off? Can they cancel it out? They cannot. So they'll end up losing Mickey, despite Insania's best posture here. And Zai immediately throwing out Lotusaur, waiting patiently. This time they'll be able to kill the puck.
It's a big rip, especially with the performances we've seen. These are like two top caliber teams, certainly.
Oh, Misha. He's just going to try to teleport out. I'm not sure if he's going to make it, though. Too much damage coming off of Mr. Tumba. And that's the shard for Taiga that just got sniped. That's a big deal.
Matumbaman has the
they go for the RP. Zai wants his kill. There's the rest of his team's nearby. Go for the present Dark Lord, but he is not going to be able to survive that. Or rather, the Requiem Souls. My bad.
Dire's top tower is under
This is the one downside to SF carry is only 2 BKBs. And like you can link the same guy twice and you just get like literally double the damage. Unfortunately, you don't steal double the damage, but you do get double the damage. So you don't actually need to build damage items on Razor to do damage as a carry. And I think it's a really good hero.
Mickey about to walk into quite a few heroes that were smoked up, but Liquid also playing their own trap here. Doji comes up the stair here. Zai walking forward is going to just blink back. Quite sure about positioning here as they'll pop the BKB. Matu just running down Misha. Don't have to worry about that Ravage at all. As Liquid just continues to take control of this Radiant jungle. Put the pressure on.
I love the items that Liquid have built in this game. They have this Lotus Orb first on Zai, Sanj and Kaya Sanj, on Mickey on the mid lane, so he's able to tank all of these spells. Boxy's got a Solar Crest, so that's more armor, and then AC's next item.
Oh boy, the buyback from the Tidehunter. They want to punish this. They have the Dream Coil. There's going to be the fear coming out. Long-range kisses from Taiga. Getting dropped as Liquid is forced back. Insania taking about to tick damage here. Misha throwing out the Ravage with the slide. Oh, the slide from Mickey. Cleaning up. They're going to go right back in again. Mickey chasing after the Shadow Fiend. Turn their attention now to Taiga. They want to make sure that they can get the kill. Follow up. Boxy's forced to use the ultimate. The puck should be able to run away. They'll throw the bugs out just to see if they can get any more vision. Not going to be able to quite connect over onto BZM now as they're forcing themselves into the base. There's still a tower up there, Liquid. Might want to focus on that before diving on in. But they're feeling bloodthirsty.
The Ravage was really good in that fight. Matumba didn't have BKB as well, and so it still it goes the way of Liquid. That's got to feel bad.
A little bit of high five here, BZM. Gonna get chased down. It was a Zai versus Mickey. Who could get there first? See now the net worth 17k over on Razor, 14k on Ember, and Puck doing Puck things. Probably the only person who can really move about freely.
Dude, heads up play.
Look at this.
I love it.
They know. The chase is on after Amar. We'll slow down using that plasma field. They'll leash up their fish, taking for a little swim, and it's a dead Amar.
Shout outs to Insania, who placed the ward. Taiga. Penis on all of these heroes that at this timing, if you were an offlane Tide, you'd be waiting for the.
God, they just immediately bring the smoke.
Yeah, that's an Ember Spirit right there.
Oof, that's so sad.
It's really annoying that it works like that, but it does. Yeah, they're too tanky. He's gonna need to hit like 4 people with Ravage.
Zai getting all the info, seeing himself a Misha, and like you said, maybe that Blink Dagger just doesn't do much of anything. Iraqi though, will try to buy himself a little bit more time, but the damage coming out from Liquid is too strong. It's a double kill for Mickey. He's looking for some more. Matu is gonna be able to get a kill on Amar, and they've got Dev online, so they'll finish up on BZM, and they'll continue to just rip down the vision.
I love watching Zai play against heroes like Puck because you know he just loves these situations where it's like, I'm gonna frame perfect this skewer to get him out of his space shift. Like, he genuinely enjoys those moments so much that like you can't hide it, you know? It's like, it's just so obvious in how he plays.
Yeah.
And I mean, it makes him an excellent player. Yeah, this is a bit desperate. You need to hit like a 4 or 5 man Ravage. Only one Ravage at this point to win.
Was it worth it for them to... Oh, there's someone dying off screen over there.
That was Taiga.
Ah, I see. Is it worth it after your smoke has broken to continue going forward in that manner? Or do you think they should have reset?
I think they're desperate. It's hard to make any other call at that point.
Lamar gets... I can't even say he got caught out, right? He's in his own base. They're just so aggressive here. Matumbaman just chasing after Yodagi. Wants the final hit here. Maybe diving just a bit far. Look at this damage. He kills Lamar. That was a dieback. Respawn coming back up now. Alright, that's a really good Ravage, but I'm not sure it's gonna be quite enough as they are held to the place. The beautiful Dream Coil over on Central. But Matu, he's just too strong here. Groggy putting out a couple hits over onto Boxy. Boxy immediately using that ultimate, just gonna get right back up again. Shikuching out, takes a decent amount of damage, but he's still alive. BCM though chasing, they really want this kill. The silence getting used again over here on Boxy, but no. They'll find him with a final nuke, but while they're chasing him, there's a lot of damage happening over here. They take out Taiga, but they're still just running into the base here of OG. So they take a tower.
And Mickey feels completely unkillable. Once again, I love the itemization from all of Liquid, building like this mass minus armor and HP, or this mass like plus armor and HP strat, because these crazy plays where they're diving could actually go punished if they had like one left. Oh wow.
They said, all right, this is looking too impossible. We're too far behind. So Liquid, we talked about that window not being open for them in game number 1, but in game number 2, they definitely fought back.
Yeah, they looked amazing on all counts.